Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today we're going to be going over the Underspire and what I know so far. I've only played this one day during a live stream, so I know a little bit, but we're going to let you know what I know so far. Alright, Underspire came into the game, 7.0 update is when it came in, and it will replace Explore for whatever week's kingdom it is. So this week we have Wild Plains, so instead of Explore, we have the Underspire there. I can't get to it through this menu on PlayStation yet. There's still a little bit of bugs. Surprise, surprise. But I can go to the Games menu and get to it right here. That's where Arena used to be. Arena's still there, it's just further down. So this is the Underspire. 6 bosses, they're dragons. Basically what you want to do is go room to room. You're looking for the dragons. The dragons are the mini-bosses. There's sections of this map. So you're going to start here. You're going to head this way. You're going to be fighting battles along the way. They start out easy. They get harder. Right here is a merchant. So whenever you see this red card with the coins on it, that's a merchant. The first merchant has a lantern, has a keystone, has some sort of trinket. It's randomized. So another thing, it's randomized for everybody. Nobody's going to have the same Underspire. Everybody's rooms are going to be different. Everybody's merchants are going to be in different places. Everybody's keystones are going to be in different places. Everybody's bosses are going to be in different places. But you're either looking for the merchant or the boss or the keystone. You have to either find a merchant or a boss before you can go through the keystone door. So this first section here, we started here, right? We fought a battle. We beat the battle. Went to the next room. It was a merchant. Merchant will sell you a lantern. You always want to get that lantern. That lantern was free. The lantern will show you double the rooms. You get a certain amount of torches a day. The torches are what you use to go from room to room. It's like your sigils. You can buy 5 torches here, or how come it won't let me purchase anymore? I didn't purchase them yet today. Alright, here it is, so it lets me purchase them now. I had to restart the entire game. Even though I let the game load, I went to my guild menu, I went back out, I was able to collect my tribute, but I had to shut down the entire game and restart it to be able to buy my torches. But as you can see, each day you can buy a certain amount of torches. The first one is 50. Get 5 torches. Second one, 100. You get 5 more. Third one, 150. You get 5 more. Do you want to do this every day? Probably not. It depends what you're looking for. But I think the main strategy right now, we'll get into this a little bit later in the video, but there's the first boss, which has decent loot. It's got 100 writs. It's got like a lesser orb of glory. You want to double that loot with your lantern. You get 1 lantern unless you're going to buy more. Right now on PlayStation, you can't buy lanterns. So if you're on PlayStation, you can't even purchase them right now. But I think every other platform, you can purchase them. I think it's $1.99 or something like that. And then those lanterns will double your loot and show you 2 rooms instead of 1. The torch will only show you the next room. So the torches are your sigils. Lanterns work like sigils too, but they show you double the rooms. They give you double the loot. So if you're going through with just 1 lantern, you're going to want to pick a boss. They all have different loot. And you're going to want to, whatever boss you think you want double the loot on, that's the one you're going to use the lantern on. And you won't have to decide like beforehand. Once you see a boss, you have to use either a torch or a lantern on the boss to fight the boss. So once you see that boss, it's pretty obvious what it looks like. My boss was up here. It has like a blue portal thing. The card is different and everything. It's like blue. That'll be the first boss. My first boss was right here. I used a lantern on it. And you can totally get to the first boss for free. So starting on Monday, you get 7. Tuesday, 7. So throughout the whole week, you're getting 7 a day. Times 7, 49. That's enough to make it to the first boss. You get the free lantern when you find the merchant. Use the lantern on the boss. So the first merchant you actually want to find before you get to the boss. That way you can get your free lantern and then double the rewards on the boss. But every boss after that, you don't have to find the merchant. You can only get the 1 free lantern. So you might as well just find the boss and go to the keystone. So that's pretty much what we're doing here. Here's where I started. Fought this battle. Found the merchant. I went into the merchant. I bought the lantern, but not the keystone. Buying the keystone is not worth it. if you find the boss, you get the keystone for free. If you buy the keystone from the merchant, you can go past the keystone door, but you're going to want to find the boss to get the loot. So there is a couple like boss dragons that have like not very good loot, where maybe that's a good time to skip the boss, but if you can find it, you might as well get to it, get the free keystone. The keystones cost like 300 gems or something, so you don't really want to be buying the keystones from the merchant, in my opinion. The hex trinkets, there it is, L2. There's a frost trinket that'll freeze all enemies. You got a bone trinket that'll put doom skulls on the board, like I forget how many, but like 5 or something at the start of battle. Hex trinket will hex the enemy. Wild trinket puts like 3 or 4 wild cards on the board, which is probably one of the better ones. It's kind of like having an explode potion. Resistance trinket will give your whole team resistance, and then death trinket will death mark the entire enemy team. Those don't really seem worth it until way later in, because I've gone almost all the way to the 3rd boss, and I haven't had any trouble like fighting any of the battles yet. Mostly still just one-shotting. So I'm thinking like later on, 4th boss, 5th boss, 6th boss. That's when it'll get a little harder. Maybe you'll want the wild trinket, maybe whatever. But probably not, because they're really not worth getting. You do get like 5 of them. So if I bought this hex trinket here for 25 gems, I would get 5 hex trinkets. I could use them in 5 different battles. But that one's not very good, and I'm not going to waste and buy it. So I found the merchant, I got my lantern, and then I headed up here this way. I went straight ahead, and I got lucky, and I found the boss. So I got the boss, I beat the boss, I used a lantern on this boss, and I got double the loot. So I got 200 writs. First boss is Garnisherland. It gives you 100 writs and 1 lesser orb of glory. So that's the one you can get to for free if you wait all week, if you do them each day, or you wait until Sunday, and you look through every room. There's no possible way you're not going to at least make it to the first boss. And I think that's one of the best ones to double with your lantern. You get 100 writs plus 1 lesser orb of glory. You can double that to 200 writs, which are hard to get in this game, and 2 lesser orbs of glory. It will medal a troop. So you can medal like a mythic to bronze or something like that. You can medal a legendary to bronze, etc. The second boss, Amaldrin, has 1 Imperial Deed and 1 Epic Vault Key. That one's not bad, and some people think they want to double that one. I wouldn't recommend it. You're going to have to at least spend some gems to get to that second boss on some torches. In doubling that, you're doubling 1 Imperial Deed and 1 Epic Vault Key. An Epic Vault Key, in my opinion, is like a lottery ticket. You could get Cedric out of there instead of like something good. So you're doubling something. You're pretty much doubling a lottery ticket instead of a sure thing. And 1 Imperial Deed, doubling it to 2. Imperial Deeds are good, but you should have those. Unless you smoked them all up doing 16 and 17, which I don't recommend on your kingdom levels. I have plenty of Imperial Deeds for what I need to do. I'm not going to double 1 Imperial Deed to 2. I'd rather double 100 writs, which I can make into any color deed I want, and have 200 writs. 1 lesser orb of glory, I know exactly what it is. I know it's good. I'm going to double it to 2 lesser orbs of glory. 1 Epic Vault Key, if you double that, you could get 2 Cedrics. You never know. It's like a lottery ticket. There's good potential loot, so if you want to risk it, you could do that. But I don't recommend it. I'd rather get the sure thing. The third boss, Saphirax, gives 3 gem keys and 1 lesser orb of wisdom. That one's terrible. That one, there may be a strategy where you could go to the merchant, get the keystone, not even worry about that boss, since that boss's loot is so bad. The third boss, you definitely do not want to double that loot. 3 gem keys, that's it. 1 lesser orb of wisdom, that's the orange orb, and a lesser one, not even a major. Nobody really needs orange orbs anymore. The fourth boss, Amethylis, gives 1 epic vault key and 1 medium orb of glory. That one's okay. You could get 2 medium orbs of glory. If you're ever gonna like double something, at least you get a medium orb of glory as well. But still an epic vault key, another lottery ticket. Fifth boss, Topasarth, gives 10 cursed runes and 1 minor orb of ascension. That one's pretty terrible too. Fifth boss and third boss are both pretty terrible. You probably don't need cursed runes anymore. And if you do, this isn't a good spot to get it. Fifth boss, that's really far in. You're going to spend a bunch of gems or real money to get there. And 10 cursed runes doubled to 20, that's not very much. 1 minor orb of ascension. That's just a blue orb. That's pretty terrible. 6th boss, Ruby Wrath, 1 minor orb of chaos and 1 major orb of glory. That one's really good, but it's the 6th boss. Are you going to make it there? That's really far in. You're probably spending money at that point or getting really lucky and spending gems. 7th boss, Diamantina, 50 Dragonite and 1 minor orb of minions. So I think you can double that one, get 100 Dragonite and 2 minor orb of minions. That one's decent if you still need Dragonite, but if you're getting to Diamantina, you're probably an in-game player with a ton of gems, and you're spending money, and you probably already have Diamantina, so that Dragonite's not going to entice you. 1 minor orb of minions, you could turn it into 2 minor orb of minions if you're getting lanterns, which you probably are if you're making it that far. So if you're getting to the 7th boss, you're buying lanterns, so you probably are going to have a lantern to double that. But in my opinion, the best one to double is the 1st boss. Get those 200 writs, those 2 lesser orbs of glory for free. You don't have to spend any gems. You don't have to spend any money. Why not get the sure thing? 2nd boss, 1 Imperial Deed and 1 Epic Vault Key isn't terrible either. If you like that more, whatever floats your boat. My recommendation, my advice is to double the 1st boss. Because you know it's a guaranteed thing that you're going to get. You don't have to, feel around in the dark and hope you get to the 2nd boss with your lantern. If you don't use your lantern on the 1st boss, you're locked into finding that 2nd boss, because now you have to find the 2nd boss and double that loot. If you use your lantern on the 1st boss, you guarantee get to use your lantern. You guarantee get to double the loot of a boss. You don't have to then find the 2nd boss, spend gems most likely, and find the 2nd boss. Lock yourself into having to find the 2nd boss. Then if you would skip the 2nd boss, you're pretty much locking yourself into finding the 4th boss, because the 3rd boss is terrible. And now you have to go all the way to the 4th boss to double that loot. So in my opinion, all those reasons is why I would double the loot of the 1st boss. Get the sure thing. Get the boss you know you're going to find. Double that loot that's pretty good anyway. Just do it. That's my opinion. If you're following my advice, double the loot of the 1st dragon. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, I found the 1st boss. I doubled it with my lantern. I got 200 writs, 2 lesser orbs of glory. That also gave me the keystone. I did not buy it from the merchant. I went back down. I knew I didn't have to go to this room. Or actually, no, I didn't know that. But I headed back this way. Because, in my opinion, I was like, well, I bet you the keystone is this way. So I had already found the merchant. And I had already found the boss. I had the keystone. Now, here's the keystone door. Now that I have the keystone, I can go through this door. If you find the keystone before you find the merchant or the dragon, that'll be locked. It'll have like chains on it. You won't be able to go through it. So you have to find either the merchant or the boss before you can go through the keystone. Once I found the boss, and I went and I got my lantern, because you kind of want to find the 1st merchant so you can get the lantern. So in the 1st area, you kind of want to find the merchant and the 1st boss. Get the merchant first, get the lantern, go to the boss, double the loot of the 1st boss. Don't buy the keystone from the merchant. Get the keystone from the dragon, double its loot, use your lantern, then go find the keystone door. So I got lucky and I found the keystone door right away. I found the merchant right away. I found the 1st boss right away. I found the keystone door right after that. So I had the keystone. I went through the door. Now this means I don't need to go back this way at all. I don't have to go back this way at all now. Everything's going to be ahead of this door. So if we look at the map, everything back here, all of this, so like this room up here, I don't have to go through that room to see what's up there. It's probably a dead end because it's in the 1st area. It's behind the keystone door. Now I know I don't have to go that way. Same with this one right here. It's behind the keystone door. I don't have to go that way. See how it's behind the door? If it's behind the door, this is a dead end. There's nothing down there. You don't have to go that way. So once you pass the keystone door and you already got the merchant, you already got the boss, anything else is just dead ends. You just know that. So once I pass through the 1st keystone door, now I know I'm going this way and that's it. I'm not going behind. I'm not going back past that keystone door. I'm done with the 1st area. I'm looking for the 2nd dragon boss now, or the 2nd merchant now, or the 2nd keystone door. So I went down. I finally got my 1st dead end. This is a dead end. You could tell there's nowhere else to go. If I go here and beat this, it's not going to reveal anything. It's just a fight. Same here. It's a dead end. You don't have to fight the dead end fights. So I turned around. I went back. I went down here, another dead end. I stopped, I went back. You don't want to waste torches on rooms that are dead ends. So every time I'm doing a fight, I'm using a torch. So then I go this way, another dead end. So I don't fight this fight. I know it's a dead end. It would be a waste of a torch. There's nothing in that fight that we need. It's not a merchant. It's not a boss. We don't need to fight that. Go back up here. I'm not heading this way because there's a keystone. I'm not going to go back past that keystone, right? So I'm going this way now. Another dead end. Don't fight that fight. It's a dead end fight. You waste a torch. Head this way. Go down, find the keystone door. It was locked, though. I didn't have the merchant yet. I didn't have the boss yet. I wasn't allowed to go past this door because I did not have the keystone yet. I didn't find the merchant yet. I didn't find the boss yet. So I had to head back this way. I could have went to the right. I didn't go that way. I went up. Then I chose to go right instead of up. I went this way. Bang. The merchant and the boss are right next to each other. That's not ideal, especially after the first boss. You kind of want them to be in different spots, not right next to each other. So that was not ideal. But I found the boss. I fought it. This was the second boss. This was Imaldrin. Gave me 1 Imperial Deed and 1 Epic Vault Key. So I got the keystone now. So I have no business with this merchant. I found the boss. I killed it. I got the keystone. The merchant has nothing I want. It's got bone trinkets or frost trinkets. Or it would have had, if I went to the merchant first, it would have had the keystone for sale for 300 gems. Recommend you never buy that, though. Always find the boss and kill the boss so you can get the loot. You want the boss's loot, right? So if it's a good boss with good loot, you're going to want to fight the boss. You're going to want to get the keystone. So never buy the keystone from the merchant. Except for very specific situations. But if you're the first boss, the second boss, never buy the keystone from the merchant. Because it's not worth it. You want to find the boss and kill that boss and get the loot. So I had no business with this merchant. I killed the boss, I got the keystone. So I went back. I went back where I knew the keystone door was, so now I know there's nothing this way. I have no business going this way, it's a dead end. Right? I have no business going this way, it's a dead end. I already found the keystone door, I already found the merchant, I already found the boss. There's nothing else. Those are the only 3 things. So I can head back to the second keystone door, use the keystone I just got from the second boss, head through this door. Now I know there's nothing back behind that door. There's nothing back here at all. Nothing this way, nothing this way, nothing back here, nothing behind this door either. So there's nothing this way either. So we know we're heading this direction, down here. There's nothing back behind this door. Nothing at all. So we don't need to find out what's this way. We don't need to find out what's this way, you know? We don't need to find out what's this way. We don't need to find out what's this way. It's all behind the first 2 doors. We already got through the second door. So now we're heading this way. We know we're going this way, only this way. We're not going back past that door. We're already past the second door. We're not going to go behind the second door. We're going to stay in front of the second door. So I'm heading this way. Fight a fight, use a torch. Fight a fight, use a torch. I can't remember which way I went, but let's say we went straight down. Dead end. If there's no hallway, if there's no way to go after that, it's a dead end. You don't need to fight it. Don't waste a torch. So I found a dead end. I went back. 2 dead ends there. 2 rooms that don't go anywhere else after you fight the fight. Don't fight those fights because they are dead ends. So let's say I went this way next. Another dead end. Don't fight the fight. It's a dead end. I chose to go this way. I could have went this way, but I didn't. So I went this way. There I found the keystone. It's locked because I don't have the keystone yet. That's the keystone door. That's what it looks like when it's locked. That's the 3rd one. I still need to fight the 3rd boss or find the 3rd merchant. This is like the only situation where maybe you would want to find the merchant. If you are low on torches, you don't have any lanterns or anything, you're low on torches, and you happen to find the keystone door, and then you happen to find the merchant, and you don't know where the boss is, and you only have so many torches left, and it's Sunday, and you're not going to get any more, maybe that's a situation where you would buy the keystone from the merchant, since you know where the door is, you don't know where the boss is, you're low on torches, and you just found the merchant. Maybe you would buy it and like head through this door hoping to find the 4th boss before you run out of torches. That's a very specific situation, though, and you never, ever buy keystones on the 1st boss or the 2nd boss. So I found the keystone door, but I still need to find the dragon or the merchant. I go this way. This way's a dead end. There's nothing past it. Don't fight it. I head up here, another dead end. I'm not going that way. I'm not fighting that fight. I'm not wasting a torch. Using torches, fighting fights. I can go this way, but I went this way. Up here, bang, I ran out of torches for the day. That was the live stream. So let's continue here and see where we're going to go now. There's a few different ways we could go now. We could go back this way and go up here and see what's up here. Which doesn't look like there's much room there, but I don't know. I kind of like to think logically, but I don't think there's any logic involved with it. We could continue this way, which is probably a smart move. And I think I'm going to do that. So let's go up here and fight this fight. Just feels like there's a lot of space above it and like a lot of... I don't know. I kind of try to think about it logically, but it's totally RNG and really there is no logic to it. So let's fight the fight. We're going to use a torch because you have to fight a fight. I'm using Rage Reaver, Ketris, Soothsayer, just the same thing as my World Event team. Let's do this battle real quick. The Rage Reaver up, cast it. Ketris is up. Let's get these extra turns off the board. Got a Rage Reaver again. Shoot on 2. Shoot on 4. Win. Medals of Seasons. Alright, there's the boss. First try on this day. So this is the third boss. This is the bad boss. This is Saphirax with the 3 gem keys and the 1 lesser orb of wisdom. So you do not want to double this boss. Let's just fight it. And nothing has been hard up to this point. You saw my Ketris was pretty much one-shotting still. Maybe not with its splash damage, but with its target it was. Alright, let's go. Just trying to get up Rage Reaver. There it is. Let's kill off this first guy. Or try. Shoot on 2. Get 2 kills. Shoot on 4. Get 2 kills. Bang, bang. If you're using Toras, it's going to fall off eventually. You're going to have to switch to Ketris or Lord of Slaughter or something like that. Alright, so, from the boss, we got the keystone. Now we can go through the door, the third door. We got the 3 gem keys. We got the Orb of Wisdom. Terrible loot. Oranges, nobody needs anymore. That just gives you traits on troops. Gem keys, only 3? Really? And then the keystone. The keystone is the best thing we got from that boss. So now we don't need to find anything else. We're going to go past this door. We're done. I don't care about the merchant. The merchant doesn't have any lanterns. Only the first merchant has lanterns. The merchant, all he will have is hex stones for us now. He would have had a keystone if we found him before the boss. But since we beat the boss, got the keystone, we can't even buy it from the merchant now. The merchant only has hex trinkets, and that's it. And you can always go back to merchants, by the way. And still... It won't... Yeah, there we go. We could still go here and buy these trinkets if we want to. It's kind of a waste of torches, though, if I was to go and find that third merchant. Or waste a bunch of torches just to figure out what kind of trinkets he has. This merchant has bone trinkets, frost trinkets. So far, if I was going to buy any of them, it'd probably be the bone trinket. Anyway, we found the third boss. Let's go to the keystone door, go through it. Here we go. So now we know we're going through this keystone door. This is the third one. Nothing behind us. We don't need to go into any rooms anywhere behind this door. Now we know everything we want to do is ahead of this door. So we're going this way, and we're not going back at all. There's no other option. This is the way to go. So let's go this way. This is probably going to be a long video, by the way. I pretty much said everything I'm going to say already. If you're done watching, I'm just going to play now, pretty much. So that's basically all I know about it. Use torches. First of all, Underspire is going to replace the Explorer of the Kingdom of the week. It'll come back after that week is over. You can still go to all the other Explorers and all the other kingdoms. It's not a big deal. You can get to it through the games menu or through the Kingdom of the Week. You get 7 torches a day for free every day of the week, so 49 free torches. You can buy more torches every single day. For 50 gems, 100 gems, and 150. 5 torches each time. So you get potentially 15 extra torches each day. So that's what, 22 torches a day potentially if you want to spend the 300 gems a day to get all the extra torches. I would say maybe only spend 50 a day, 50 gems a day, kind of like the holiday event. Depends what you're looking for. Or just do all the free torches, get to the first boss, double the loot, be done with it. Nobody is telling you to do the 7th boss every single week and spend money on the game and spend 300 gems a day, 2,100 gems a week. Nobody's asking you to do that. So, my opinion, you don't have to do everything all the time. Go to the first boss, double the loot with the lantern, use your free torches, be done with it each week. If you want to buy like the 50 gem torches and try to get to the second boss, that's up to you. The second boss has decent loot. But other than that, you're probably going to have to spend money to get anywhere worth getting to other than the second boss. Because if you don't spend money and you just buy all the torches, maybe you get to the third boss, maybe you get the crappy loot from the third boss, and then maybe you fail to get to the fourth boss. I don't know. Probably going to have to spend money to get anywhere worth getting to. Because the fourth boss really isn't that great. I guess it is one medium orb of glory, so if you can get to the fourth boss without spending any money, I think it's going to be hard, and you're going to really have to get lucky. But that would be what I would recommend. Because the fifth boss is terrible, the third boss is terrible. The soft caps, the stopping points, are like either the first boss, or the second boss, or the fourth boss. You don't really want to go any further than that. And like each one means you have to spend more. So if you're going to the first boss, it's free. If you're going to the second boss, you're probably going to have to spend gems or get really lucky. If you're going to the third boss, you're definitely going to have to spend a lot of gems, probably. If you're going to the fourth boss, you're probably going to have to spend money or get really lucky. If you're going to the fifth boss, you're definitely spending money. If you're going to the sixth boss, money. Seventh boss, money. Most likely. That's what it looks like to me anyway. So my recommendation is use your free torches, get to the first boss, get the lantern, use it on the first boss, be done with it. Use the rest of your free torches, of course. Try to get to that second boss with your free torches, but don't like spend money or spend a bunch of gems every week. Alright, let's fight this fight and see where it leads. Right now we're looking for the boss. We don't really care about the merchant unless we're getting really close to running out of turns. And then maybe, that's the only situation I would ever think about buying a keystone. I'm almost out of torches. And I just found the merchant. I know where the keystone door is. And the boss I'm on has bad loot. And I'm just going to skip it. So you don't really want to skip any bosses other than like the third one or the fifth one. And right now we're on the fourth one, which is a good one. So if I find the merchant, I'm not buying the keystone because I really want to find that fourth boss, get the epic vault key and the medium orb of glory. So whether or not you buy a keystone from a merchant depends on what kind of loot that boss has. So if you totally want to skip the boss and skip the loot because you think the loot, you don't need that loot, that'd be the only time you would spend gems on a keystone from a merchant. And even then, it's almost worth it to just go use your torches and get to the boss and get the keystone, even though the loot stinks. Shoot on 2. Shoot on 4. Rage Reaver should take care of it. Get out of here. By the way, your team, if you die, if one of your troops die, they come back the next battle. It's not like Delves where it doesn't stay permanent. So your team, you could change your team whenever you want. If you died, your troops will come back the next time. It's not like Delves or anything. But now we have a choice. We can either go left, which seems really busy to me and like there wouldn't be much over there in my opinion, or we can go right. And I'm probably going to go right. But that's the only two choices we have because anything else would be back behind this door. And that's not the way to go. So this way looks like the way to go. We'll fight like 3 more fights and be done with it. I'm not trying to make this video too long. And I'll recap at the end. Unless we like find the boss immediately here. Purple. Soothsayer. Killed him with skulls. Nice. Bang. Let's get the Rage Reaver if we can. We got this. We got skulls. Oh yeah, of course. They messed up my team. So we're probably just going to have to get up the Ketris. They jumbled my team up. I could have took skulls. Still can. Alright, let's see what's next. It's kind of fun to see like what's next when you beat a battle. It reveals what's next. It's kind of fun. But we were kind of joking on live stream that this looks like Pac-Man. What happened to the choose mechanic? Where's the luscious garden and the sarcophagus and choosing which way you go based on, like, some text, like a choose-your-own-adventure thing? Where did that go? What happened to that? That's not in this game. They could have easily put it in, too. When you pass a keystone door, they could have said, if you go this way, smells like fire. If you go that way, smells like a merchant's perfume. And they don't have to be immediately that way. It could just be the general direction of the dragon or the merchant. It could have been something, but they didn't put it in the game at all. It's kind of weird. Alright, let's go this way. It's only... The Underspire's only been out for like 3 days, so it's not like I know everything about it. I'm just telling you what I know about it so far, my opinion so far, what I think about it so far. I'm probably just going to use my free torches each week, get to the first boss, double the first boss with my lantern, and be done with it. Of course, I'll use my free torches, see if I can make it to the second boss, but I'm not going to, like, spend a bunch of gems every week trying to make it to the crappy third boss or the fourth boss. You know, maybe the fourth boss, but don't think I'm going to be doing that. So there we go. Let's see what's up ahead. 2 ways to go. Looking at the map, I don't know. Would they trick us and put it way down here? It kind of looks like a dead end. Let's go this way, see what's this way. I think one more fight. You guys saw me kill a boss. You saw me pass a keystone door. That's about... It's pretty much everything you need to know. That's all that's going to happen going forward, too. I'm looking for the boss. I'm going to fight the boss, get the keystone, looking for the door, maybe looking for the merchant. I think after the first merchant, you really don't have to find the merchants after that. It's not like you can choose if you're going to find the merchant or the boss, though, so... There we go. Let's see what's up ahead. We're looking for the dragon, the boss. It's a blue room. It has a blue portal. Nothing yet. So, yeah, I think I'm going to stop there, but if you want to see more of this, we're having a live stream this weekend. I'm not sure. I think I have to work tomorrow on Saturday, so I'm going to switch the live stream to Sunday, probably. So Sunday, 10 a.m. EST, it's looking like at this moment. We'll be doing more of the Underspire. We'll be doing Arena. I'll let you guys pick my team. But yeah, that's basically what the Underspire is. Whatever week's kingdom it is, this week it's Wild Plains, the Explore from that kingdom will get replaced with the Underspire. You can go to Explore in that kingdom and it will be the Underspire. Every other kingdom still Explore though. You can still explore to your heart's content. It's just the kingdom of the week that gets replaced with the Underspire. You can also go to the games menu to get to the Underspire. You get 7 torches a day for free. And then you can buy 5 more for 50 gems, 100 gems, 150 gems, for a total of 15 torches, for a total of 22 torches a day if you want to spend 300 gems a day, 2,100 gems a week. The torches act as sigils. You go from room to room using your torches. When you beat a room, it reveals the next room. You beat a room, it reveals the next room. You're looking for the boss. You're looking for the keystone. You find the keystone, it unlocks the door, you can pass the door. First boss, 100 writs, 1 lesser orb of glory. I recommend using your lantern, finding the merchant. So, in the first area, we found the merchant right away. We bought the lantern, it was free. Then we found the boss up here. We used the lantern on the first boss, doubled that loot because it's a guarantee, and you 100% know you're going to get to double a boss's loot by doubling the first boss's loot. The first boss's loot is also good, so why not do that? 100 writs and 1 lesser orb of glory. Turn that into 200 writs and 2 lesser orbs of glory. Once you kill the boss and get the keystone and you've already seen the merchant and everything, nothing else matters. You just go to the keystone door if you found it, or you continue looking for the keystone door. We already found it, so we went past it. We had the keystone, we went past it. Now nothing behind this keystone matters at all. We already found the merchant, we already found the boss, we already went past the door and unlocked it. So now we know nothing behind this door matters. We go ahead of the door. We're looking. We go to dead ends. We know these are dead ends. We're not going to fight them because it's a dead end. You don't fight these fights that are in dead ends because it's not going to take you anywhere. It's just going to waste a torch. You go back up here because we saw dead ends. We're not going to continue. We went this way. We went up here. We found the merchant and the boss. The merchant is going to have nothing for you after the first merchant. The first merchant gives you that the lantern. You double the loot on the first boss. Now you don't even have to worry about merchants going forward. Except for very specific situations when you're running out of torches on a Sunday and maybe you want to try to get to the next boss. But that's probably not going to happen very often. That's like very low % chance that you're ever going to be in that situation where you could actually make it to the next boss if you bought the keystone from the merchant, went through the door. Then what? You're going to have to fight like 10 battles to get to the boss. Do you have 10 torches left? If you do, why not find the other boss instead? So never buy the keystone from the merchant, basically. We fought the boss, we got the keystone, we got the second loot, which was 1 Imperial Deed and 1 Epic Vault Key. We got the keystone, we know where the door is, and we went through the door. So now we know everything behind this door is not worth looking into. If there was ways to go, they're going to be dead ends because you already found the merchant, you already found the boss. Nothing matters behind the second door. We're going to go forward from that second door, and that's the way we're going to go. Went down here, it was a dead end. We went this way, it was a dead end. We went this way, it was a dead end. So we went this way. We found the keystone, but it was locked. We got to find the keystone from the boss or the merchant to get through this door. It's locked. So maybe the merchant was this way. We never found the merchant in the third area. But instead, we found the boss up here. We killed the boss. We got the third loot, which is the worst. 3 gem keys and 1 lesser orb. That's an orange orb. It's not even a major. Like, who cares about that? 3 gem keys? Yuck. So the third boss and the fifth boss have the worst loot. Never double those, and who cares about them? If you get the fourth boss, you might as well consider stopping there, because do you have enough torches to make it all the way to the sixth boss? Fifth boss sucks. So we killed the boss, we got the keystone. We didn't care about anything else. I don't care about this merchant. I don't care what hex trinkets he has. They're not going to help very much anyway. He doesn't have a keystone. He doesn't have a lantern. Who cares? We're passing this door. Now we know this is the way we're going to go. We're never going to go back behind this door. So we headed this way. I went this way. And I decided to go this way. You know, that's pretty much it. So now we're deciding, are we going this way or this way? We're looking for the boss. Once we get the boss, we get the keystone. We got to find the keystone door, go through it. That's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm going to kill these. I'm going to do these fights using torches on every fight. Team stays the same, or you can change it whenever you want. If you die, they come back the next fight. It's no big deal. Going to go from fight to fight using torches. I got 37 torches left, and I'm looking for the boss. I'm going to get the boss. I'm going to find the keystone door. I'm going to go through the door again. Same thing. So yeah. That's pretty much what I know about the Underspire right now. What I would recommend is, you know, use those free torches. I wouldn't be spending too much on this event. It seems like a big distraction. It's not as cool as they claimed it would be. I mean, look at this. It's just hallways and cards with, like, X's on them with swords. Is this really, like, super awesome with awesome graphics and grass everywhere, a luscious garden and sarcophaguses and vaults and stuff like they were saying on Twitter? No, it's just gray hallways with X's. That's pretty much all it is, and fights. And merchants and dragons and torches. It's nothing too special, in my opinion. Use your free torches every day, get to the first boss, double the loot with the lantern, and then whatever after that is just gravy. Don't spend any gems. Don't spend any money. If you make it to the second boss, good job. You got lucky probably. But don't spend money. It's all gravy after the first boss and after doubling the first boss's loot. That's my opinion. First boss is a guarantee. You're going to get it with free torches. Even if you screw up and go the wrong way every single time, you have enough to where you're going to hit every room and find the boss and find the merchant and find the keystone door. It's going to be fine. You're going to get the first boss no matter what. Unless you, like, lose fights or something, which you won't because it's really easy in the first area. So I totally recommend doubling the loot of the first boss. I can't say that enough times because it's a guarantee and it's good loot, so why not do it? If you don't do that, then you're forced into finding the next boss no matter what. So, yeah, that's all I got for you today. If you have any questions, put it in the comments. Like I said, I've only played this 2 days, actually. So, that's how much info I've got so far in the 2 days. Like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your guild about the channel, comment below. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.